Welcome to our series on freeware and browser applications in music.
Hope you enjoy.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial on a very complicated but very rewarding online music studio known as Audiotool. Now the first step, of course, is to go to the website itself, which is at audiotool.com/app. Now remember to include the app, as that will give you this screen here, and from this screen you should start with an empty project. So once you're here, you'll be brought to a screen that looks like this, very complicated, but here are a few places that you should know about. So the first place you should know about is this, which is the device browser. Now the device browser has all of the instruments/devices that you can use for your composition. Next to it is the sample/loop browser, which is this squiggly line right here, and from there you can choose loops and samples to drag into your composition as well. Down here we have the transport. Now the transport is the play, the pause, the record button, which is generally a part of every digital audio workspace. Next to it is the time controls. Here you can control the BPM, time signatures, and also the time position of your piece. Here is the all-important add track for you to actually add tracks to your work. And finally, here is the desktop zoom. The desktop zoom is quite specific to Audiotool in that that is how you will see all your devices and how you will be able to see the details when changing the specific audio effects of your devices. So over here I have a little setup already, but to show you how we can use these devices, we're going to start by dragging the tone matrix over into the desktop. Once you are there, you can zoom in using the desktop zoom to look a little closer at your tone matrix. Now once you're here, we can start clicking to make a pattern, and once you press the spacebar, you can hear your pattern. Now if you would like to create another pattern, simply click over to the next box up here. So there you go with your second pattern, and you can press the spacebar to hear that. Now, if you want to add this to your track down here, simply go to Add Track, go to the Tone Matrix, and add a Pattern track. And so now, depending on which track you have set, you can add it to your track. So if we want to add the second pattern, simply double-click on the first beat of the first bar, and there's Pattern 2. If you would like to have Pattern 1 after that, if you'd like to repeat it, double-click. Maybe we'll finish with a Pattern 2. Then after that, just click outside of the device itself, so on the desktop, at the beginning. And there you have it, your little track. So now that we have a melody, let's see if we can add a rhythm to this piece. Now, we want to mute this for the moment, so let's disconnect it from the main centroid. And then we can zoom in on what I've dragged over here, which is a beatbox 8, also known as a step sequencer. Now once you click on it to activate and press the spacebar, you see at the bottom here that these lights are lighting up. Basically each one represents a beat. So if we want to add something like a bass drum, for example, simply click on it and you can see that the light has been activated. Once we zoom out, you can see that we can put it on beats 1, 4, 8, maybe. So there you have a bass drum. Now let's add maybe some claves. Now to add a clave, we want to mix this up and push it up. And let's add it on maybe beats 3, 7, 13, 15. If you don't like it, you can simply just click on the beat again to take it off. And there you go, you have a little beat there. Now, how do we add that? Well, once again, in the similar way to how the melody was created, if you zoom in, you can see that there's a pattern dial right here. So this is pattern 1. If we move this to pattern 2, it'll be silent again, and we would have to create another rhythm. So let's just quickly create one. So there you go, 2 contrasting rhythms. Now let's stop that. Now how to add the track is exactly how we did it before. So go to beatbox 8, go to a pattern track, go here, and depending on which track you have set, you can click 1, for example, maybe twice, or maybe 3 times, and then have pattern 2 set, pattern 2. Now, to hear all of this all together, simply zoom out, reconnect this to the main centroid, go to the beginning, and there you go. Finally, we're going to have a quick exploration of the effects pedals down here. Now what you can do is you can explore them yourselves, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use them. Simply drag one of them onto the screen, wait for it to load, and once it's loaded, so what you want to do is you want to drag this part to this. And now we have a reverb pedal, so let's play this. Let's zoom in on the reverb and see what effect it will have if we move the dials around. So you can see the effect the reverb pedal can have. And if you want to turn it off, simply click on it to turn it off and you'll get the original melody back. So those are the basic steps on how to use Audiotool. There are so many different combinations and devices you can use, so feel free to go and explore and create some amazing works of music.
We hope you found that tutorial helpful.
And remember, in composition to always include the F word.
Fun.